We'll move on to Aubrey Shomo.
Ladies and gentlemen of the committee, I must oppose this legislation. I have not seen the proposed amendments. I'm reacting to the bill as introduced. I speak only for myself. The opposition comes from the incompetency to proceed measure, as well as the expansion of definitions for emergency holds. In the incompetency to proceed measure, I had a coerced plea September 10th, 2001 that was coerced by a contractor for CODHS, which would now be the Behavioral Health Administration. They had been, quote, keeping the family together and the home intact, end quote, for 3 years while I was subjected to incest. I don't know exactly when they worked that out, but it was at least before April of 2001. They coerced a plea in order to make it go away. Fast forward to 2018, I had a rape in progress. You have been provided documentary evidence of that. In fact, you've been provided documents which prove everything I will be saying to this committee. The decision was made to make the appearance of the previous rape go away, and in the process, use the new rape to make it go away. I indicated that there had been a federal empirical which could be pulled on the matter. I indicated that there was evidence that the phenomenon was real. And while you were busy trying to pretend the last one didn't happen, there's an audiotape confession and the documentary evidence is before this committee. You blocked me from having access to discovery, sending a single subpoena, cross-examining witnesses in my own defense at the incompetency proceeding, and ultimately disappeared a habeas on its way to a higher court, and then denied that habeas after transport to another facility, sending the denial to the original facility. I was able to obtain a copy of that and appeal it, and you didn't mail the appeal, nor would you log the mail slot time, so the appeal was considered abandoned due to administrative interference with the same after the judiciary, which I believe was co-opted, but it need not have been, spoke politics from the bench on this very issue. You cock-blocked me from having a day in court, and ultimately Dr. Graham Hoffman, who I also have for prima facie perjury, my apologies for the language,
Yes.
basically threatened me in order to get a guilty plea, just like last time. The measure for competency to proceed as you currently run it without access to a day in court.
Thank you for your testimony. Thank you for your testimony.
That currently have no other option.
Thank you for your testimony. We need to move on. Questions from the committee?